Welcome back. Everyone needs an Aquarius. We're back. We are back. Dom, how are you doing?
Hello. I'm good. I'm trying to think if something crazy happened over the weekend, and I don't think it really did.
That's good. That's a good thing. Don't need that
Yeah, that's
crazy.
good. That's good. Also, actually, I did. I went to Hooters. That's crazy. I went to Hooters over the weekend because I helped my friend with her engagement shoot out in Long Beach, and so we
Okay.
ended up going there. We gave them our few dollars. I made a TikTok about it, and that's it. How was your weekend?
It was all good. It was all good. Relaxed, did some cleaning up and stuff. That was it for real. Xander had a soccer game. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we like to hear.
Boring. But that's good. I ain't tripping. Look, bore me up. Man, let's talk about the first thing. This one is an interesting one. Because I always thought this guy was trying to buy his way into being cool, and that is Sean Kingston. You know what I'm talking about?
Not buy your way into being cool. That's
Yeah, because
freaking
remember he had. I don't know if
hilarious.
you remember he had the written one. It's like clown behavior when you have a chain where you like, oh, and you could. I don't know what it was. It was like some different things. I would just see him interact. I'm like, oh, he wasn't cool until he did this for real, for real. Like, remember he had the Crayola box or something? Didn't he have like Crayola box chain?
I don't know. I've never really was a Sean Kingston fan. All his music used to annoy me. So
Yeah, maybe that's what it was too.
I would turn it on and he was like, Shorty. I was like, you're way too. I'm like, not in this house. Not in this
He got
house.
this one song with the game that's pretty dope though. I ain't gonna front called Colors. It's like a kind of like a gangster, like it gives you kind of like a gangster. Did you ever see Shatas before? The movie Shatas? Shatas. No, it's pronounced Shatas.
Shatas, yes, I have seen that ghetto ass movie.
You got it. Shatas.
That's how you said. I was like, "Is this nigga saying Shatas?" Yes, I have seen that. I've seen
It gives you. It get that the song gives you a feel like it would be in that movie, like the song with him in the game. And I was like, "That's the best John Kingston song I've ever heard."
Okay.
But so him and his mother have not only been indicted. They were. We didn't talk about this before when they were indicted originally, but now they've been convicted of wire fraud and wire fraud. Can face up to 20 years for I think 5 different counts. Hold on, let me make sure I got this correct. So we're giving out the correct information. So they defrauded over multiple people for over $1 million. Since 2017. So hold on. So is he got to give up his house for I'm trying to see why does this read like this?
You better just pay whatever fee and listen, I'll relinquish everything, this and that, to not go to jail. I feel like that's what he needs to do. I'm gonna turn this board.
Yeah, it says that prosecutors accused Kingston and Turner of orchestrating a scheme to obtain high-end items, including luxury SUV, jewelry, expensive watches, and wall-sized TV without paying for them. I do know some other stuff I was reading though before. It was basically saying like he would get cool. He was cool with people, and they'd be like, "No, that's cool. Just go ahead and take this chain or take whatever it is. You got it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even trip off. You cool with him, and he would get cool with business people. And like, oh, Sean Kingston, he got it, and then he would just not pay him. And just had it.
Or and there'll be time to return it, and he probably pawned that jewelry for some money.
He could have.
Like he was robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's funny because I remember years ago he had a post.
Yes, he did have a crayon chain. Yes, I knew I wasn't tripping, and I was like, "This is just ridiculous."
No, I came across some posts, or whatever, that he was like looking for like an engineer, and I was talking to somebody at the time that was an engineer, and I had sent it to him, and he was like, "Shit, fuck no, like he owed me money now." So, and this was years ago, so I was like, okay.
So did he do something with Sean Kingston?
I don't know. I don't think he probably ever got that money, but I also don't know where that nigga is. And he was a scamming ass dude. So
Sean Kingston owed him money, or you talking about?
Yeah, Sean Kingston owed
dang.
him money. So yeah, I don't know if he ever got it, but that ain't none of my business. He not my nigga.
So let me read more. Turner has been remanded. So he's out on bail until they decide.
Yeah, today.
But his mom, they took his mom straight in.
Because she's out low key. Honestly, I ain't trying to be shady.
You think that they probably figured out that she was the main person really running?
She probably the mastermind.
She probably had to be the one running it up, right? Like,
yeah, she probably
if they took you right into jail and then let you go home, like,
yeah, and he'll probably be able to get some sort of deal, depending on his attorneys or whatever. And like you said, like if it cost him to forfeit his house, you giving up your house or you going to jail? Which one is it?
So here we go. So it says the U.S. Attorney's Office of Southern District of Florida also alleged Kingston leveraged his celebrity status and often persuaded his victim vendors to stray from their regular business practices and convinced them to either supply or deliver their goods and services prior to receipt of full payment. Some of the ill-gotten gains included 3 watches, which involved fake wire transfers. For $285,000 and $480,000 and $160,000 car and $40,000 worth of audio video equipment. Oh, that's where they got really messed up. It wasn't not paying. It's sending fake money and fake check stuff over a wire, because now you fraud banks messing up stuff moving through them banks. Oh, Sean Kingston.
It's likely gonna come out that the mama was likely the mastermind. I was looking at her, I was like, man, with them edges and how that head looking, you know, or like they're up at edges. I was like, this is you. This is you for real.
Hold on, let me see, because that's maybe because
there's no way.
Yeah, I could see his mom being on a line, or like, baby, or she might have been in the play of like saying like, it's me, Sean, mama. Go ahead and send me a couple of pairs of them earrings. Put it on my son's account. We gonna pay. We good for it.
Yeah, I also like. Honestly, nothing at this point even shocks me. I feel like there are probably some people that are like, oh my gosh, like that's crazy. I'm like, no, it's not. It's nigga shit. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
They was on some like, yo, I got it. I'm gonna pay you. And then like I was reading a thing before. I don't have it here. I can't find it. But he was like getting mad at the person for trying to like collect their money. Like, man, we cool. I ain't good for it. Like on some shit like that. Like,
and that's honestly, low key. That's what those businesses. You should not have persuaded away from your practices. Like, listen, this is not Beyonce. This is not Angelina Jolie or Brad Pitt or whomever. No. He's a rapper, and I'm not saying that
this is 2018, 2019. He wasn't making no dough then, so I'd have been like, man, them checks been kind of. I mean, in my mind, I'd have been like, I mean, maybe if this is 2008 or something, might be like, okay, them checks is coming in. 2018, 2019, who is saying anything about Sean Kingston on a song, a show? None of that.
It's like Jason Derulo.
I've never heard a Jason Derulo song, but I know a lot.
I've seen his face one song. I only know that What You Say song.
And he also ruined my soccer team too. He did.
See, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, Google Jason Derulo and Jesse Lingard. He took his girlfriend, man, and then he was depressed, and this whole season sucked, man. Took his girl.
And you said Jason Derulo and who?
And Jesse Lingard, Jesse, then Lingard, Lingard.
Okay.
Took his girl, man. Fucked up the rest of our whole season that year.
Oh, the girl that he ended up having a baby with, Jenna from S.
Yep. Took her.
But still, that soccer money different. So she must have really liked that nigga.
Right, because Jason Derulo ain't got no soccer money. That's for sure.
I like, and that's no shade.
Yeah. Hold on. Sean Kingston tried to have had the audacity to come out with an album in 2022.
What was the song?
It's the name of the album is called Road to Deliverance. He was on Empire Records, which was semi-independent.
Because he knew he was about to get caught up.
Oh, he got a song with Breezy called Ocean Drive featuring Chris Brown.
Don't know nothing about it.
Just like you didn't know the Yellow Beezy song either last week.
I also won't be listening to it.
All right, before we go on our next topic, I would like, y'all gotta quit because we're not gonna talk about this man for real for this episode because shit, it's been 3 episodes in a row we was talking about. But man, y'all gotta let this Kanye West thing go. We gotta put a moratorium and just let him just do what he want to do and don't listen.
Y'all be acting a fool in the comments about this man, and I just don't understand. Like, this is his fault we didn't get good ass job, okay? Like, you know what I mean? And so it's so weird. Like, somebody, this, you wanna know, this shit came up yesterday at happy hour, and somebody's like, "Oh, the Lights is such a great song." I say, really? Because Get 'Em High is sitting right there. Mm-hmm. I'm like, Spaceship is sitting right there.
Mm-hmm.
Bring You Down is sitting right there. All the Lights is cool because it's a fun stadium song, but I'm like, there's so many better songs in the collection than all of the Lights.
So many more. Crack Music was my joint.
Hello, Drive Slow, but also, like I said, All of the Lights is definitely for a stadium, and it's cool. I like that.
If you talk about a stadium, wait till I get my money right. Like that one's bigger to me, is a bigger stadium song to me. I get for the general purpose.
It's the horns. It's the horns that yeah. So, but then even, and here's the crazy part. Out of all of those things that we said, Runaway is right there, because when you hit that, ding, that key, seeing him perform Runaway live was such an iconic moment.
But which tour did you go see him in?
I went to the Yeezus tour.
Right when he was starting to go like nutty.
Yeah, and
I guess 808s and Heartbreaks is technically.
I honestly enjoy 808s and Heartbreak.
No, but I'm talking about he was starting to have the cracks. I'm talking about where if we look back, that's when he started to go off.
Then he kind of got it together a little bit with My Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy.
No, he didn't.
No.
That's a billion.
Podcast. We definitely discuss healing. We discuss aspects of psychology. We discuss you becoming the best you, mental wellness,
for sure,
health,
femininity, parenthood, dating,
definitely dating,
single parents. And it's from a lens of 2 psychologists,
Yeah.
So,
but also two people who grew up like with both parents, married parents, and then you all know that Chloe and I are the youngest of our crews, like her siblings and my siblings. So so it's from that perspective.
Yeah, looking at life through that lens. Yeah. So you're gonna get a whole lot of things from us. From us being women, going through life as parents, and all of these awesome attributes. But yes, womanology, the study of women.
The study of women.
That's a billion origin story.
No. My Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy is such a solid body of work.
No. It's awesome. I'm talking about.
So that's what I'm saying. But then as Yeezus happens, and we talked about this before, it being more so like experimental rap, right? And then we get the outburst. He kind of chill for a second, and then he get with Kim and just spirals. And I think that presented him. I don't know what happened, and I'm not gonna put that on that girl. I'm not doing that. But I don't know if it was like the constant, because they got paparazzi on them 24/7. That did something that fed a monster that was inside of him. But whatever, y'all need to let it go. That he's not coming back. As Melanie Fiona says, he's gone and he's not coming back on the MF Life album. But speaking of albums, I hit you up yesterday and I was listening to Amerie. Amerie got a new joint that is just fire.
It's banging, y'all.
It's banging.
Pause this and go listen.
Please. And I think the fun part about all of this is that as she was in the studio recording with Rich Harrison and Troy Taylor, she was going live. So as fans, we were able to kind of see what was coming, hear certain tracks. Maybe they won't be on the album, who knows? But Amerie is back with the vengeance, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, her voice is nice. Look, I know all y'all like the girl Summer Walker. She ain't holding a candle to nobody like no Amerie. I mean, that's just me. And maybe I just never got the Summer Walker thing. And I don't mean to pick on you, Summer Walker. It's just not for me. And this is more. She's more pure R&B to me. There we go.
Yeah.
And that's what we need more of.
Yeah, Amerie definitely is an artist that is a lover. And I think that's why we also probably really, really enjoy her, because she allows us to be in love. It's not messy. It's not perfect, but it's an experience, and you really get immersed in that. So like mine is that girl. Like Amerie, thank you. That's all I want to say is thank you, Amerie. You that girl.
Like for real, like you have one of the top 5 R&B albums of the 2000s. Like I look, I don't look. I
all
know
I have has no skips. We were talking about that yesterday, and we were talking about how just sonically, lyrically, like it tells like a story. Like, and we were talking about R&B albums at one point telling a story, and how we have strayed so far away from that. So it's going to be exciting to kind of get back into that space. And I'm ready to be like a lover girl. Not that I'm saying I'm a damsel in distress, but I might lean into that. I kept saying I was going to lean into that this year, and I was like, oh, I'm a lover girl, and yes, you could do this and that. I'm all in it. Thanks, Amerie.
Thanks, Amerie. We back at it.
Yeah, like girl, you already got a hit with this one. So I'm so excited to listen to the full body of work.
Yeah, like
until then, I will be streaming all I have.
Dude, like y'all like seriously, if you have not listened, go listen to the album. You can literally just sit there and go through a whole bunch of different emotions. Dude, the title track, All I Have, dude, like it's like, yo, it can low key, depending on how much alcohol you had, it can make you cry.
We're Aquarius is saying that, by the way, because we don't know what tears are.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying like if you're drunk enough and you sitting there in your emotions, you hear All I Have. I'm giving all I have to you, like
I have to give. I have to give in just one last kiss.
Look, I did everything I could. I gotta go.
Listen,
and it's not enough. Like what?
Nigga, I just died.
Oh,
it is on my sex playlist.
Hey,
because it's like
nothing like Loving You is on mine.
Trying to be.
I didn't say I did not get late on the Amerie. I just didn't buy it when it initially came out. I loved the Why Don't You Fall in Love, and I loved the second single, Talking to Me. I'd heard those, but I was in my dorm, and man, shout out to Nicole Salas. You finna get your full government name. And she was playing nothing like, and I literally stopped. I walked back. I was like, hey, what is that? She's like, that's Amerie. I was like, get on your computer right now. I need to dub this now.
Okay. So yeah, okay. We broke college student, get it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't buy it officially, Amerie. I bought it officially. Yeah, too, I needed it right then.
But also, I don't know. It's just, I like to tell men when I date them, because of looks. Trust me, you're not dating me. I'm dating you. But I like to say that I am an experience. When I tell men that, I'm like, I'm an experience. I'm not a moment. I'm an experience, and Amerie's All I Have speaks to me like that. That can also tie into me as an experience, because I'm just that girl, and it's like talking to me. Why don't we fall in love? I'm not a love bomb or anything, but I'm a loving person. Like, I'm super super loving once I get to know you or whatever. But I don't know. Like, it's just something about that. Um, you know, it's nothing like loving you, and then and it's just Amerie. Just like I said, girl, I don't even have anything else to say. And it's just that great. Shout out to you, Rich Harrison, on that project. And like we were talking about, because I love it. And I enjoy Touch too, because baby, I love the song with her and Carl Thomas, Rolling Down My Face. Baby, yeah. I'm like, I might not even be in a space where
the Carl Thomas songs, Can We?
Oh yeah, Can We?
Yeah, but Rolling Down My Face
is a dope song too. But I was like, ain't nothing wrong with me, but I'm gonna lay in the middle of the floor and play this song. And Can We is good because I think we all have experienced some level of heartbreak in our lives, our relationships, and it's just like, damn, like, can we just get back to what it was? It's just, oh my God.
Good writing, man. Good writing.
Exquisite writing. Exquisite. So I know. I'm so excited.
Yeah, look. Hey Marie, I might have to start tagging you some stuff. You might need to come. You need to come on the show.
You should. I would love to interview you. We would love it.
Yeah, like I mean, we get deep into like the music stuff. We gonna talk about the music. Like,
yeah.
What was you feeling when this, and this, and
And what really made you like? Why'd you put the extra I? Was it you trying to reinvent yourself and move away from something? Like, I want to understand that. Like,
thing.
We go through things. So, yeah, girl, come see us. So I had to throw that in there real quick.
No. You good. So where we go? Let's see. Let's go to this right here. This tragedy, man, in Atlanta with young Scooter. But we're gonna play a little bit of this news clip from it, and prime this up for Dom. She can get abreast of what's going on with the young Scooter thing. She doesn't stay with in the hood street news as much as I do, but I'm not even in there that much. So Dom is really not there if I know the general shit. Cause Sleepy tell me I'm an old ass nigga all the time. He's like, nigga, you ain't know about that. So Dom, you even worse than me, just for the record. So
listen, there's this. I need to live in the level of the 911.
Go ahead, Dom.
I need to live in a space that it provides me comfort. Okay, it's a safety net, because consuming things too much, it messes with your psyche. So I'm watching The White Lotus. Piper, no. You know what I mean? Like,
is that a good show?
Oh my God. This season is so fire. I went back to watch the second season because something happened. And I was like, oh yeah, that did happen. But now I'm just trying to remember if it's correct or not. It's a slow burn, but it's messy.
Okay.
It's so messy.
I see advertising for it all the time.
It's good. It's good.
All right, let's play this.
One call that ultimately led to the death of Atlanta rapper Young Scooter was not telling the truth. We first let you hear that call yesterday at noon, and that caller has since been arrested. Atlanta News 1st Sarah Hammond is live at the Fulton County Jail with what we know about this. Sarah, fill us in here.
Well, 31-year-old Demetria Spence waived her first appearance here at the Fulton County Jail just a little while ago. Her bond was set for $7,500. She would not be able to go back to the scene of the crime, speak to any witnesses, and she also would not be allowed to have any weapons. Now, again, she is accused of making a false 911 call. Here's how that all unfolded. March 28th, a woman calls 911 telling dispatchers shots were fired at a home on William Nye Drive in Atlanta, and she saw some kind of domestic dispute.
There is literally a whole domestic dispute going on. This girl doesn't have on any clothes. They threw her outside. He was fighting the girl. He literally fought the girl. I'm not sure what they was fighting over, if they was fighting over drugs. That's what it sounded like.
Atlanta police responded and said they saw no evidence of what the woman on the phone described. But they did say that once they arrived, Kenneth Bailey, better known as rapper Young Scooter, ran out of the back of the house and severely injured his leg. The medical examiner said Bailey lost a lot of blood from the injury and died at the hospital.
It appears that there was, when he fell, some type of fracture injuries to the leg, which caused the bleeding.
Now, less than a week later, police say they've arrested 31-year-old Demetrius Spence, the woman who called 911 for transmitting a false public alarm. She was booked at the Fulton County Jail. In a statement, Bailey's family says they are still waiting on more information surrounding his death and say they are devastated.
All right, that's the news story. I'm gonna break it down for all of our regular folks in the back. Hood wise, all right, I'm gonna break this down for y'all real quick, just for give y'all the niggas speak. That was the official report. This is official too, but this is more of, you know, how we get down. All right, so basically, this young lady, something Blanco, what is her last name? Demetria Blanco. She was on Young Baddies Club, one of them shows on Zeus. More to Zeus coming later. Zeus Network. She was on Baddies Atlanta or whatever. She was dealing with one of the guys in Young Scooter's crew. She then proceeds, whatever reason, she was mad or they was all kicking it there. She calls in the fake thing. Of course, and look, and the way there's some more calls to it that we couldn't play, but she's basically saying like it's a young girl, she's underage, she getting beat up, she naked out here. They selling drugs over there. It's 7 of them. Like she's putting They damn near had SWAT come up in this dude crib. And you gotta think of
what if DOC never got into that car accident? What if Ice Cube didn't leave NWA? What if the game never leaves G Unit? What if Teddy Riley never moves to Virginia? What if we got that J. Cole and Kendrick album? What if the RZA would have never had that flood? How would the hip hop world sound today? Welcome to Hip Hop What Is, the podcast where we dive into the biggest what could have beens in hip-hop history. From iconic album delays to game-changing partnerships that never happened. We reimagine the culture we love and explore its alternative paths. And you are now at Hip Hop What Is.
Let's hear somebody that pounds boom, 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 boom. Hood, the thought process is to run. And that's when he was trying to hit a gate. Came up off a gate, cut up his leg, I believe. Some people think he was shot, but they really cut up his leg or fractured his leg and basically bled out.
Damn.
Yeah. So she did, but then she gets on Instagram Live this day, and this is what probably got her arrested. Actually, was she was like, I was actually calling about domestic violence against me. I was being beat on. Y'all don't understand. Y'all only got part A. Y'all don't get part B. And I was like, you're dumb. You said it, you literally called it a false call. It doesn't matter if that brother's putting his hands on you, one of his entourage that was putting his hand, he needs the answer for that on a whole nother, but not you doing what you did there. You got to still answer for that.
Yeah.
And that young man is dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of you being on some hater shit. As at this point, why should we believe you was in a domestic violence situation with homeboy in the first place? You ran down 7 outlandish lies to get the SWAT team coming up there talking about it's a young lady, she naked. Then she even said she's the president of the neighborhood watch. But we supposed to believe he was putting his hands on you though, right? Now we supposed to believe you.
Mm-hmm.
Now we supposed to believe you. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, that was really weird. I was like confused about what I was reading, and then I was also confused. I was like, oh, why is the bond so low? You know, her bail was like $7,500, and I was like, oh, okay, so they're not. But they're saying is you, because that's it, that is illegal. That is a felony. To make a false police report. But I'm like,
hold on, Don. I'm getting jacked for my gummy bears. Xander, put them back down, girl. Is she gonna bring the bag up, Don, while we recording? And like, yeah, I got it.
Listen, I told Janelle today, I said, listen, I'm having a good week. I haven't had my Starburst jelly beans. So that's good. I feel good about myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just a little outlandish that this is even happening, you know. I think it's just crazy. Because
hold on, I got the 911. I found the 911 call. Do you want to hear it?
Okay. Yeah, well, no, they played it.
Well, no, I'm talking about they got the full thing. What she talking about?
Play a little bit of it.
They got drugs, they got guns. But honestly, like how white women.
Okay. Ladies, it's time for us to have a conversation about being stigmatized and why it is a detriment to you, right? Like, I'm going to assume that you are.
She's 31, though, too. That's another thing.
That's also because I was going to ask. But your frontal lobe should be developed by now, and you know better. We have to be like people. The people that we date are allowed to have lives, are allowed to do them. Now, I'm a person. I'm not pro cheating or whatever. Or what? Because I'm a person that's just like, just break up with somebody and live your life. But I'm like, you cannot allow a man's vessel, his extra, curricular things to control your life where you out here doing crazy ass fuck shit like this. Now somebody dead because of your dumb ass. And I know that they're saying like that the guy wasn't, that Scooter was not shot. So I'm guessing that he probably tried to hop a fence and got caught on that fence some kind of way.
Trying to run away.
Trying to run away. That's likely. That's the only thing that would make sense in this situation. But all because you are stigmatized.
I mean, severely. So I'm gonna play a little bit of it, and then I'm gonna play a little bit of her explanation too, real quick. Just so we can have a full context. Here we go.
Exactly what happened.
Okay, so I'm the neighborhood watch, and basically like I said, these guys they're like selling drugs in and out of the house. All you see is guys coming in and out of the house with guns and stuff. They holding guns in the air, and then it's like, I'm not sure if they're pimping, but it's the situation that's going on right now. This girl doesn't have on any clothes. They threw her outside. He was fighting the girl. He literally fought the girl. I'm like,
dumb. Do you see this? Like it's 9 charges she just named out for stuff happening.
I'm not sure what they was fighting over. If they was fighting over drugs, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like they were fighting over drugs. And then they started shooting. She had someone come over there and they started shooting. But the house needs to be investigated. They're definitely doing illegal stuff over there, and it's disturbing the area.
How many shots were fired?
I would say 3. It was 3 shots.
When did it happen?
It's happening now.
Okay.
So I believe the girl is hurt.
And they're coming from 273 William Now Drive?
Yes. And the girl is hurt because she was like bleeding profusely, like blood everywhere.
Okay. Do you see or hear anything else?
Yeah, she's trying to get away and they're holding her. She's being held hostage. Like they brought her, the guy that was fighting her, she ran outside naked and then he was fighting her outside. And then there was another commotion. She tried to get away. He dragged her back in the house. So now they're at the door, literally fighting. She's trying to get out. And he's refusing to let her out. And it's like 7 guys in the house.
Dumb.
If they were shooting, I'm like, and you said it's not right now.
And she kept changing the story because she was like, they be shooting over there, like they just come outside to shoot up in the air and just walk in the house. And then she said, "Oh, they shooting that? They shooting right now? Oh yeah, right now."
Yeah, I'm like, we don't hear this on the phone call, girl. Are you telling me, girl? And it's really sad because this kid is dead because of your dumb ass.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me before we wrap it up, let's play her response to all this the people saying about her.
Action for every action. This is part A. You guys didn't have part A. You guys only had part B. And the narrative, it looks like I was trying to set this man up because you guys don't have part B. I'm giving you part B. I'm giving you what led up to the call. I was physically abused, so I called to protect myself. That's the issue. That's part A. I never had any intentions to get anybody hurt. I was the one that was getting hurt. I came here to say my truth. That's it. That's all. I don't want no clout. I don't want anything. All these troll pages, y'all don't know me. None of y'all know me at all. At the end of the day, I'm a woman, and I was physically abused multiple times.
All right, that was somebody else thing in there, but we got the main thing out of that.
So, Demetria, my question to you is, you say that you were protecting yourself, and that could very well be so, but why not say, this happened to me? This is what's happening to me. I have this moment. These are the things that I experienced at this place. Blah, 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 blah. Why? I'm just trying to understand the logic. And I know sometimes when we're in desperate situations, sometimes it calls for desperate measures. But I'm just trying to get a better grip of this and try to really understand what's going on, because to me, this don't make sense.
Yeah. It's like, and now you want us to believe now that you were there, but you gave out 7 to 10 lies in the road to get them to come out there. Like I said earlier, now you want us to believe you.
It's just really tricky. It's tricky because, like, for her sake, I hope she's telling the truth, regarding
nobody's gonna believe her.
Yeah, I'm like, for her sake, I hope you're telling the truth. I hope you have documented things. And I'm a girl's girl, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm always pro believe the victim until otherwise or whatever. But it's just really weird. Like, I'm just trying to understand. Maybe in her mind she was like, are they gonna get all of these niggas? Ultimately, Bobby, Chad, and Michael will be free because they won't be able to pin anything against them. But then my dude, Miles, they'll hold him. That, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, maybe that's but it's fucked up. Like, there's a whole human ass being that's dead because of your bullshit. This is crazy. And I know there are people that are like, oh, he shouldn't have fled or whatever.
Man, you don't know who was running up in the spot.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
And they might not announce themselves. They might just been banging on the door like boom, 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 boom. Dude, it could be anything, anybody.
Yeah.
And everybody scrambled. It was multiple cats over there hanging out. It was just like everybody was like, we out. Like,
literally busting out the band out. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah. You said they got drugs, guns, beating up little girls, they necking, they underage, like it's all kind of stuff going on.
Like, you made it seem like this naked woman that they threw out the house was whipping to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like she was in there cooking. She was in there cooking and they kicked her out.
Yeah. Oh, it's fucking weird, man. That's just really sad and unfortunate.
All right, since we in the Zeus area, since we talking about baddies a little bit, have you seen this drama going on with Zeus Network?
I have.
The interesting thing, I didn't know that King Bach was one of the original owners, along with I forgot the other brother's name. Hold on. I want to get everybody their props that was involved. So D Storm Power, Amanda Cherney, and King Bach are the original owners, along with the brother that you always see, I guess, on stuff.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. Lemoyne. Or Lenny. or something like that.
Lemony, yeah.
It's Lemuel. One of them.
Yeah, I'm like, I know they call him Lemmy.
Yeah, I wanted to play D Storm's thing, but it's too long. It's like 5-6 minutes.
Do you want to play them just like a little clip? We can just play them a short clip.
Yeah. And
then just to get a little bit of the background, because he just starts at the beginning, and then we can go from there.
Hold on. Let me pull it up. All right, load this. But have you watched Zeus Network before ever?
Mm-mm.
I never have either. It must be uberly popular.
Yeah, I mean enough where if it's generating that sort of
I mean, they got 5 million subscribers, they said. And 5 million subscribers at $5 a month.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much the subscription is. I just know what y'all doing and what I'm not interested in.
I just realized who he looked like to me now as I was downloading this. He looks like what's the dude that LeBron James's agent that's dating a
Maverick.
girl? No, not Maverick. The other guy, Rich Paul. This
Lemmy Plummer,
like
Lemon
Rich Paul.
Pepper
It
is
sounds
up.
like him. Don't he?
I call him is up on X spewing lies.
But continue. Let's play the video.
But let me tell you something. Never trust tweets, only trust receipts. I'm about to break down for you the entire situation when it comes to Zeus ownership. I get a call from a good friend of mine, Lamorne Morris. Congrats on your Emmy, by the way, my brother. Lamorne tells me that he has a colleague named Lemmy Plummer who wants to meet with me about starting a social network. His pitch was he wanted to start a black Netflix for influencers and call it the Social Network, which was already a Facebook movie, by the way. He offered me a good amount of equity in the company and said he was going to look out for Lamorne for connecting us. He never looked out for Lamorne. Now, at the time, I had the biggest series on the internet called The Cart Series. Wait, baby, don't do that. No. At over 500 million views, it was nominated for an Emmy, 4 Streamies, winning 2. Then Lemmy asked me, are there any other influencers I could bring on as partners because we needed some heavy hitters in social media for this thing to work. I said, how about I reach out to another longtime friend of mine, King Batch. He had the numbers. Lemmy agreed. Batch agreed to join. Lemmy said we need one more partner, some diversity. So Batch reached out to Jake Paul, but Jake was working on another project and said, I'll at least give y'all an episode on round 1.
Welcome to the Taj Mahal.
Then Batch said, what about another good friend of ours, Amanda Cerny? She was getting millions of views, making millions of dollars off of brand deals. We all agreed. Now at this point, I broke down my equity so myself, Batch, and Amanda could have even equity across the board, and we all became co-founders.
I met with Daystorm, King Batch, and Amanda Cerny, who were pretty big influencers.
Yes.
And we ended up, I brought them on board.
Lemmy was supposed to be behind the scenes as the CEO, and the 3 of us were to be the face of the network, myself as the president. In the coming weeks, we started a group chat, and the founders came up with a new name for the social network. Some of the names was trash. Then one day I thought, wait, Nike was a Greek god. They were successful with their shoe and apparel line. Why don't we name ourselves after a Greek god? Let's be Zeus. So then Amanda's like, I had a dog named Zeus. Shoot, I like it.
Daystorm actually came up with the name Zeus. We were strategizing and talking about different names.
So then became the Zeus Network. In our operating agreement, Lemmy's job was to put up the money for the first round of content, which he'd get back soon as we launched. Myself, Batch, and Amanda's job was to use our audience and our face and our likeness to blow up the company and give it a legitimate name. Lemmy's like, look guys, I'm a nobody, and you guys have the influence and celebrity to make this work. So that summer, we went hard.
Hey, for the record, that's funny the way you're imitating them.
Hard as hell.
Zeus just came out today. You on this book. Nigga, you gonna die. At what point did you hear me say Zeus, man?
When you looked at me and said Zeus?
When it launched. To drive the necessary traffic to the platform, the flagship shows would be Batch, Amanda, and I also agreed to put season 2 of Cart onto Zeus. Shit, I even called in a favor from Uncle Snoop to pop up in the series, and he looked out for me.
Let's tear us apart. Strike 1. You've been watching too much Zeus, nephew.
And then we spoke to 25 other creators who are also friends of ours and told them we'll give them a free...
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Voiced Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
On Zeus if they promote the app. Let me promise all of them that they will get a percentage of the subscriptions. They didn't get a dime. So approaching the launch of Zeus, Lemmy calls me up crying, talking about the whole network about to go under because I ran out of money. I physically went into the office that entire summer and edited 4 series for Zeus. Then I put up $135,000 of my own money, paying for Bad Escorts, Caught Season 2, and 4 other creative series. Now, bear in mind, contractually, we weren't supposed to put up any money. But Lemmy said, I'm going to pay you back as soon as Zeus launches and we're profitable. Now, every show on Zeus has music in the background, but keep in mind, we had no more budget for music. So I called in another favor from my good friend Tommy Brown and Franks, and I said, yo, we need beats for Zeus. They done produced everything from Ariana Grande to Justin Bieber. Tommy gave us over 1,000 beats with a promise from Lemmy that they'd get paid back once Zeus was profitable. They never got paid. We understood that Zeus couldn't just be successful in social media, and we needed a partner in traditional media. So I talked to my boy Fonz, and he links me with Tiffany, who works at SAG-AFTRA. Zeus ended up signing a historic deal as the first social platform to partner with SAG-AFTRA. And because of this partnership, I was also able to get a lot of the creators and actors their SAG card because they had shows and series on Zeus. And let me end up stabbing SAG-AFTRA in the back, by the way. This is why I say don't trust tweets. Only trust receipts. Let's keep it going. Now, since Zeus was a new platform and app, there was a lot of bugs that needed.
I know we planning. You want to cut it?
Yeah.
You want to go fast forward it some?
No, we can cut it. So, because now you kind of have the listener has an understanding of what happened. A lot of this is the tricky part because this goes back to when we talk about contract law. And what's happening if it's something not in the contract now. I think that King Batch, the white girl, Amy, I think
Amanda Cerny,
Amanda, and I think all of them had a contract because that's what it sounds like. But everything else that they're showing, which are receipts, is kind of similar to what we would say poor man's copyright, which is when
it's a poor man's receipt, where you like send your script in the mail to yourself.
Yes, that's poor man's copyright. So so that's kind of what's happening here. It's like we have this text conversation, which a lot of times we see on the court shows. If you have that, that's me giving you my binded word. So sometimes it does hold up in court, right? And so they've been in and out of court all these years about Zeus, going back and forth with Lemmy regarding payment, getting then removed from certain things. Because he also mentions that all of them are paying taxes on money that they never received. So, which is the cool. Even I think that's the most fucked up part about all of this. And so now we're here, and so this will likely, depending. I think it's interesting that y'all was trying to create quality content. You had the subscriptions. Y'all didn't have this stuff. And then night and day, it switches. And now y'all this ratchet shit. And we need to talk to our people. We need to have, just like I said, we need to talk to the ladies. We need to have a conversation about what we engage in. And, it's so many people that pass judgment and say certain things online. We're not a monolith, but it is 5 million of you motherfuckers that are subscribed to this app to watch niggas fight.
Just fight.
Because even the show I think that Zeus has with the studs, like the stud girls or whatever, I think that's Zeus. I can't remember. y'all, they be fighting.
Everyone is. I'm assuming every Zeus show they fight.
When you see originally what the plan was, and where they and low key, where they probably could have made quadruple, especially having a deal with SAG-AFTRA, which ultimately we know SAG-AFTRA we ain't going off of text messages. This is a contract.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't no fools. So I'm surprised that they haven't turned around and sued them. But also they said that he had been paying a lot of different lawsuits out of court and not just hush money and just, moving on like it never happened. But you taking Natalie Nunn on shopping sprees, a Chanel bag is like $8,000. And that may be the small, medium bag.
Do they doing a baddies Africa?
Why do we need this? This is what I mean. I know that we are living in tumultuous times and people need an escape. But that's your escape.
Okay, Jason Lee got a show on here and they're not fighting on there. I'm assuming this is a talk show. So we got one show.
Oh, it probably like something probably in conjunction with Hollywood Unlocked.
Yep, it is. It is.
Which and that's probably just a distribution bill for like deal for them to push it out to more people that probably may not necessarily watch his content on YouTube and or on Instagram.
Yeah, because you could just get it on somewhere else.
Yeah.
You got a Caribbean baddies? What the fuck?
I don't know, but I just can't. And I really hope ultimately these people get their money back, then some. Even if the network got to go under, oh well, because this is fucked up.
Oh, that's right. Them doggone bad boy shows too, or is them too? With
it's all of it. All of it need to go. All of it can crash and burn. That's all I'm saying. It's a mess. It's a mess.
Hold on. So, oh wow, Bobby Lights has a dating show on here called Bobby I Love You. Per.
Oh, nigga. They said the state of Georgia has filed a motion to revoke Young Thug's probation.
What he did? Okay, this is breaking news.
Breaking news.
Uh-oh. Okay.
This document is a legal motion filed in the Superior Court of Fulton County, state of Georgia, under case number 22 SC 183572, presided over by Judge Paige Whitaker. The motion, titled State's Motion to Revoke Probation, is brought by the state of Georgia against the defendant Jeffrey Williams. The state requests the immediate revocation of Williams' probation, arguing that he has shown blatant disregard for the law, the safety of witnesses, and the integrity of judicial proceedings. The state further asserts that Williams' continued presence in the community while on probation poses a clear and present danger to public safety and undermines the rule of law. The motion was electronically filed on April 2nd at 7:28 p.m. by Che Alexander.
So what did he do? Did they say exactly what he did? Or are they just saying he just did something wrong?
So somebody said, okay, Young.
I bet you he entered the state of Atlanta, the city of Atlanta. Because remember, he can't be in Atlanta.
Right. For like 10 years.
That's what it is. It's just he's in Atlanta somewhere fucking around.
The motion cites his post about Marissa Veverito, which went viral and led to the leaking of her and her family's addresses, as well as threats being made, including one against DA Fonnie Willis. It also accuses him of using social media to intimidate witnesses and undermine the court. I knew it. I was like, it's gonna be some social media bullshit. I don't you know what?
And somebody was trying. Did we do it over and under? How long before he would get locked back up? Did we do that?
Didn't.
Damn. Because he got off when? January?
I thought it was like
December?
Christmas. I thought it was like, holiday time.
So he and stay clean 3 months, and they couldn't stay clean 3 months. Barely, I guess.
This is crazy. It's crazy. Ain't no way. But speaking of court.
Yeah, I was going to say, our last story. Well, no, you know what? This situation, I was like, do you want to talk about the man who accidentally sent to El Salvador?
We can go back to that.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the Anthony Edwards joint. Go ahead. So allegedly, are you story? Okay, go ahead.
Yes. So you know that we've been speaking about Anthony Edwards for about a year now, and he has been enthralled in so many different situations surrounding baby mama drama at his young age of now 23 years old, fathering 23 children, 4 children. Honestly, at this rate, it might be 23. And so yesterday it came out that allegedly, which we now know that this was a rumor, where he had paid the mother of the 4th child a little over $1 million out, up front, so he could just be done with, not have to deal with this and have this over his shoulder, and he didn't want anything to do with the child. And so this is also the young lady that has a child with the rapper Lil Baby. And so this rumor has sparked an interesting conversation on the internet, because you have some people praising him like, well, he didn't want the baby, all the girl wanted was the money anyway, so if he paid it up front, that's it ain't like she can go back to take him to court to try to get even more money off of him, blah 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 blah. People are looking at it from that perspective, and then you have other people that's like, there's a kid involved in this situation who still is going to need a father at the end of the day. And what the mother did was very, and not just even just the mother, but both parties involved have been very selfish. So I think it's really, the whole thing, since we talked about the first case, has been interesting. The one where he had the girl send him the video that he paid the $200,000 to take the abortion pill.
Right. We applauded him for that.
You applauded him. I said it. It's still, you know what? But here's the weird thing. Like, I get it if this is something I want to do, but if I'm not mistaken, isn't that girl still one of his baby mamas? He turned around and got her pregnant, or is that a different girl? I could be reading that story wrong. So this young lady, he was like, here's $100,000 to terminate the pregnancy. And she did not. She's like, nah, like, I feel like she probably took that money and was like, still, I'm keeping this baby. And also, attempted to move to California, which later the court was like, no, this happened in Atlanta. You had this baby here. This is where we are going to, have this play out in family court. Mm-hmm. Which I think is fair, because this also sets the tone for what we really know and about this young lady. I think what's fucked up about all of this as a whole is just that there is an innocent child that is at play here simply for a paycheck. But men, I want to have a conversation with y'all and everybody. Honestly, this goes for women too. Y'all always want to have some sort of, autonomy over the female body when it's convenient for y'all. So in this case, you want to force this young lady to get an abortion. You don't want to have any contact with this child, which is, like I said, that's fucked up. You also need to go to therapy, because I hope that those rumors, like those tidbits that we keep hearing about, I hope that's not true, that you're going to raise your other 3 kids and not this kid. I hope that this isn't true. Especially as a person that has lost you lost your mother. It didn't seem like your daddy was around. Your grandmother passed away, and then y'all grandfather like pretty much raised y'all after all of this, both of those tragedies. We as black people have to have an open, honest conversation about sex, reproductive organs, because a lot of that falls back on women because we carry the children. When from y'all inception on the earth, nigga, y'all can have kids. It's not some rite of this rite of passage that you go through. It's like, oh my gosh, you're a woman. You know what I mean? Like the moment that a girl can have her period as young as like 7 or 8 years old, right? For some people, and I think that's a lot to do with the hormones in food, but that's a conversation for another day. We put a lot of the reproduction process back on women, which is fucked up. We can't do that alone. And y'all want women to take birth control. You want us to get abortions. You want us to do this and this and that. When y'all can put on a condom. A condom is like $5. And if you go to Planned Parenthood and ask them for some condoms, they might not be the top brand. But it's niggas out here that like lifestyles. And they have upped their game. So whereas Trojan, your room smell like a tire. Like somebody says, skirt. And so I think it's time to have a conversation with our young boys and also educate them on what their bodies do, because they're the key players. We don't want to talk about sex. I remember sex education, and we had a mixed class in high school. It wasn't like, how it was in elementary school where we went to the science room and they showed us a video and then they showed the boys a video. It was a joint class, and it was just barely nothing about. It was like, y'all niggas come, y'all have semen, and that's it. Like, y'all can get people pregnant. But it was such this huge focus on women. Oh, how much it costs to have this baby, birth control, the different forms of birth control. When I know that none of this is all patriarchal, because it puts the burden back on women. But again, two people fucked up here. You laid down. Now you dealing with a situation where you could have protected yourself, and you lucky that I said it time and time again that your ass only got a motherfucking baby. You could end up with something that you can't get rid of.
Yeah.
And at this rate, you are so irresponsible. I wouldn't be surprised if he had like another few kids in a couple years. We talked about that. You need to chill out.
Like at first, I thought it was when I first saw it. I went through a couple of different emotions. At first, I thought, man, it's kind of ingenious. So I'm trying to just give him a flat fee at the beginning, but then it's like, why the fuck are we even doing this in the first place, nigga? Be in your child's life. Like, why are you trying to lump sum payment in your kid? Like
but like I said, for me, I feel like if that was what if this did happen, this is him. Also, like I said, you can't take me back to court. I done gave it to you. I done gave you what you needed. You wanted money anyway, so here. But then on the flip side, my sister said an interesting thing. And had this been true, is like if she got to pay taxes on that.
Yep. Oh, do you have to pay tax on child support?
I don't think you have to.
No, but I don't know about this situation with a lump sum coming to you might be different.
Exactly. So I don't know what that rule is, but I was like, oh shit. And then that's a fuck you to her. Like you thought, but Uncle Sam finna take 20-30% of this.
Yeah, she got to get better legal counsel and get out of that.
But I know that this is a confirmed rumor. This isn't true. When you look up, there haven't been no motion filed that says anything like this or confirms this rumor. And also, I forgot that yesterday was April Fool's Day, so this dropped yesterday. So
it's probably April Fool's Day.
Yeah, it was a good, a joke that got people talking. But like I said, this
Okay,
spin.
okay. So he responded to it, and people. Let's see here. It says Aisha Howard was reportedly throwing water on her. Reportedly throwing water. Oh wow! So she amped it up. Ring game. Oh, it's no. It started on March 31st, technically.
Okay.
Statement in shade room. There are no court documents, motion, or proceedings that have occurred, nor have been offered or agreed to such terms. Howard told the shade room. The website reported that Howard also posted on Instagram story suggesting the story was untrue. Where did the lies be coming from? Okay, so it's not true then.
Yeah, but
Doja, they sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
It's crazy because like somebody's like, that's like y'all dragged that man name through the mud. I was like, at the end of the day, like I told y'all, I hope this is the first time we heard him saying something about not wanting anything to do with that kid.
Yeah, because the other stuff was in court, basically, right?
Pretty much, and I believe it was some text messages that were exchanged, but like I said, there's a larger conversation that we have to have here, and reproduction. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sleepy. Reproduction just should not fall on women. Women, I can't do this. Like, I can't get pregnant without a man's semen. And if you know that you don't really see that for somebody else, get snipped. That shit it's like reversible, and or wear a fucking condom. Like, it's not that hard. And we talked about the Channing Crowder thing before, how he was like, I don't want to be out here with all these, kids, different baby mamas and all this stuff. I kept a sock in my shoe. Now a condom in my sock. Now I don't recommend that because heat, friction, all that stuff, even so it may reduce the effects of a latex condom, but be responsible. Mm-hmm. And we also know how big of a star Anthony Edwards is at such a young age. And we talk about, the OGs kind of fading. Now you got LeBron likely about to retire soon. You got KD getting old. You got Steph. All the niggas is getting old. The shit for 40 and LeBron to still be playing is unprecedented. Like, that's crazy.
Oh no, it's beyond unprecedented. Like,
and so they were, they're ushering in this new wave of stars, and we have a lot of stars. But Anthony was supposed to be the face of the franchise, like the new face. And we talked about this here. That franchise, like when you the face of something, you got crazy endorsements and all of that stuff coming out the wazoo. That money is different. And so there are millions and millions of dollars because you an idiot that you missing out on because you want to get your dick wet.
And that's the thing, is just to get your dick wet.
Just to get your dick wet. That's wild to me. I'm sorry. As a girly that loves to shop, travel, go out to eat, I love money too much. I don't want nobody out here messing up my bag. And I'm not going to mess up my bag.
I feel that.
Oh, it's just so disgusting.
Man, it just shout out to the Donald Trump who deported a brother to El Salvador and they can't get him back.
It's not funny.
Accidentally.
I chuckled at the wrong time. It came out like I was laughing at it, and I was not. And I was just still thinking in my mind about that nigga. Like, what? I'm sorry. I just really love my money too much. I love my money too much to be out here bad like that. All right. So this is an interesting story that I sent Daryl. So people report that Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a lawful U.S. resident, is now separated from family and in the custody of a foreign government due to the Trump administration's apparent administrative error. And the Trump administration has admitted to mistakenly deporting a Maryland father to El Salvador mega prison on March 15th, but claims that it now lacks the power to reverse the error. A court filing on March 31st sheds light on the details surrounding the apparently accidental deportation of Garcia, a 29-year-old immigrant who fled gang violence in El Salvador as a teenager and earned legal protected status in the States. So is that the DACA? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So while the federal government acknowledges this, that it did not intend to detain Garcia, they says that they have no authority to reunite him with his family. So they say that they're also refusing payment to El Salvador to send him back.
This is wild.
And that the U.S. is reportedly paying El Salvador millions to house deported detainees at the infamous CCOT prison. In response to the filing, lawyers for the Trump administration moved for the request to be thrown out, citing that President Donald Trump's power to determine foreign affairs as more important, and stated that the U.S. does not have jurisdiction to recall Garcia from foreign custody. Could you imagine? But this is, y'all voted for this.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all voted for this. And I'm not saying, oh, the Democrats are even better. Everybody fucked up and corrupt, honestly, truly. But this shit,
it's different, right?
It's and it's just like, y'all just like, oh well, we made a boo-boo. You go figure it out.
I bet. We're gonna crush some eggs every now and then.
So, like, here's
break some eggs when they say you can break some eggs. We'll break a couple of eggs every now and then.
Are they gonna be able to sue, and rightfully so, the federal government for this error, which ultimately could send this person back? Like, will this make this to the Supreme Court?
Oh no.
Because this, I was like, okay.
I don't know. Now you.
And then they said that they pretty much they detained him. They said that the Trump administration rendered Abrego Garcia's deportation. The filing states that he was stopped by ICE on March 12th, who informed him that his immigration status had changed, though that this was untrue. Whoops. And that he ultimately had no contact with his family since being in the detention center on March 15th, and that how the family even found him was like the Salvadorian president showed her husband's tattoos and head scars. Nigga. Like, this is crazy.
It's like when it feels like this is like, if I had talked to myself in 2013 and told him that this was going on, I would be like, you're crazy.
There's no way. Yo, it's like, listen, I said it last week. I'm saying it again. It's like we live in a simulation. This is crazy.
Like a major simulation too.
And you telling me you can't bring him back? And they're like, oh, well, he might have been a part of a gang at one point as a teenager, so just stay there.
He said might have been part of a gang.
Might have been, child.
Right,
y'all gonna have to do the uprising, because as blacks, we're tired. We're tired.
We'll pick up on the back end. We got you on the back end.
Shit.
We'll be like Lemuel or whatever his name is. The check in the mail, man. Say or be like Sean Kingston. I'm good for it, baby.
Yep, I'm good for it.
It's me.
Meanwhile, I'm laying out on the coast of San Tropez.
Right. It's me, Sean, baby. I'm good for it,
man.
Man, Dom, where can people hit you up at?
Y'all can find me at St. Angeles on the Instagram and everywhere where you social network.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for rocking us as always, and we'll be back next week. Peace.